Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the felt crossbread as always, and also pulled a 4 agreements, wisdom and the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Okay, so we have Scorpio. Actually, at the time of recording this, we're pretty much right under the Scorpio full moon eclipse energy. But for you guys, Scorpio is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. But yeah, given that we have that eclipse energy, definitely makes sense that would come up for you guys as a prominent energy. And speaking of 11th house, we actually have 11 coming up as well. So yeah, it looks like Scorpio energy is definitely going to be a focus for you guys as far as your friendships, the groups you associate with. And we have the moon. So again, that brings me back to thinking about that eclipse that's pretty much going to happen. So apparently this energy that I'm recording this under just must be having a pretty big impact on the reading already. But yeah, if nothing else, this could also point to the Gemini new moon that'll be taking place, and there's going to be a Sagittarius full moon around the middle of June, and then toward the end of June there'll be a new moon in Cancer. So definitely pay attention to the lunar cycles this month as far as significant energy shifts for you guys. All right, now moving on to your main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Two of Cups, which is Cancer energy, the Six of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, which also came up in your dice, obviously, and then challenging that, we have the Devil in reverse. So what I'm seeing with these cards could for sure be saying that you guys might actually be able to get a fresh start in a relationship with someone from your past, possibly someone that you were friends with. And it could just be saying with the Devil in reverse come up as a challenge, could just be saying that possibly you might have had a karmic connection that you were in that might have prevented you from pursuing this connection in the past. So that's primarily what I'm seeing there. And if that's the case, it looks like it's saying that you probably either recently have or will be soon leaving that connection behind. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy, and Five of Cups, more Scorpio energy here too. So seeing these two together could just be saying that for some of you, you might be reluctant, or maybe you were then, to move forward toward that connection because it might point to the fact that in the past you may have gone down that path, right, where you took something to a romantic level with someone that you were friends with, and you might have found out that that ruined that friendship in the process. So that could be the foundation that you're building this decision on, where you've been reluctant to do that again, right? Like, okay, the last time I did this, completely wrecked the friendship. Not sure I want to do that again, right? But you could still be feeling a pull to this person. All right. Past position, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is Gemini energy here. Could just be saying that you've had a lot of anxiety around this, losing a lot of sleep around it, possibly even being self-critical too, right? As far as not being able to find the right decision for what to do with the situation. But I feel like this is saying you're still feeling that pull too, because interestingly enough, if we put it back in the spread, those swords are all pointing right toward that Two of Cups and Six of Cups energy. So yeah, it could just be saying that you might have even been getting dreams, signs and synchronicities telling you to reach back out to this person, right, to get things back on track. But for whatever reason, like I said, probably because of a past experience, you seem reluctant to want to do that. All right, present position, we have the Four of Swords. So for some of you, this is Libra energy, by the way, but this could just be saying that you're still in the healing process from the previous connection too, right? That Devil connection that we see there. So we're saying that that could be part of it too. We're like, okay, yes, I'm feeling this pull, but I really need to think about, do I want to jump into something again right now, right? So it could just be the type of energy that you're in general. For some of you, this might even be related to finances as well, or possibly even you might find that putting your energy into your work is what actually brings you peace and lets you stop thinking about that repetitively. All right. In the near future position, we have the Sun. So yeah, the good thing is, whatever all of this is, right, the blocked energy, the thinking about the past and feeling stuck. It looks like that will be clearing up for you guys soon. Given the energies I'm seeing here, it could just be saying that it might take until we get closer to Cancer season for you to feel that energy, but it definitely looks like that's going to be an energy that you guys will be embracing soon. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, and this can point to some deception right now. Of course, with this representing your position in the spread, could point to self-deception too, right? And maybe that's part of what you're feeling deep down too, as far as you might even kind of know deep down that if you did try to pursue this connection right now, you're not ready. So you might feel like, you know what, ultimately I might end up self-sabotaging it. So for some of you, there's that awareness, right? And you're trying to avoid that. If that's the case, that's definitely a good thing. And if that's the case, then the key might be to be more transparent with that person, right? Let's say that they're the ones who pursue you. They're in the retrograde, right? And maybe you just gotten out of a toxic relationship. And if that's the case, and you do have that interest, then maybe the best bet would just be to be transparent and let them know, like, hey, I'm still healing from a previous situation, right? Like, we could definitely keep it at a friendship level for now, but I'm not really comfortable going further than that at this time. But just in general, this could also just be saying that for you, the key would be to avoid being deceptive in any way. And again, if this points to finances too, it could just be saying around your work life, try not to take any shortcuts this month because that can come back to bite you in that regard. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, this is another indicator for me that says that this energy is definitely not a good energy to bring, because whoever you're dealing with in whatever capacity you're dealing with them, it looks like they're in a position to build. They're looking to build something stable, something reliable. So if you know deep down that you're not in that energy, or you can put it energy toward that, and you feel like you would self-sabotage, that's another indicator that says that, hey, maybe you just need to let them know the situation rather than possibly sabotage it before it even has a chance to start. But yeah, now, if this is your energy too, it could just be saying that if you, let's say you feel like you have too much to take on, right, with that Seven of Swords energy, and that's why you might feel compelled to try to take shortcuts. Like, okay, the deadline is the deadline. I'm not sure I could get it done the way I normally would, but you know what? Maybe I could cut corners here and here, right? This could just be saying if that's the case, then that Two of Cups energy could just be pointing to saying that you might need to reach out to others, right, to collaborate. And if so, they will be willing to help you around the situation. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Ten of Cups, Pisces energy, and the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So yeah, I'm going to assume for most of you this is probably a hope, right? The Ten of Cups energy, it's a very bright, vibrant energy, and then that Seven of Pentacles, again, like I said, maybe this has you thinking back to the past, like, oh yeah, I see the potential for this, but I think about the last time I felt that way, right? And it ended up being a dead end, something along those lines. So yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of doubt on your part. Now, all this would make sense as far as the fact that Mercury retrograde that we're under now, at the time I'm recording this, it's still in Gemini, which is your 6th house, and then it's actually going to move back into Taurus, which is your 5th house. So 6th house, of course, relating to your health, daily routines, your work life, and then 5th house relating to creativity, romance. So you really might be feeling that both ways for some of you, where, like I said, it looks like a lot of romantic energy, but also you might feel that intersection reevaluating your work situation as well. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Ten of Swords. So definitely not the most positive energy, right? But what I will say is, for the majority of you, I feel like this is pointing more to a timeline. Because if you remember, I said that from the energy I was seeing here, it looks like you might not feel like you're more in that sun energy until we get closer to Cancer season, in which that would make sense too, with the retrograde energies of being fully cleared up by then. But also, this could just be pointing to that, saying that, okay, when we finally get to the end of Gemini season, that's when you're finally going to get out of your head around the situation, right, and be able to see the situation more clearly. Now, for some of you, this could also be a warning for, like I said, for those of you who would cut corners. I feel like this is more pointing to the fact that it could come back to bite you this month too. So just be mindful around doing that. But aside from that, I feel like this would just be pointing more to a timeline if that's not something that you're engaging in. That just could just be saying that, okay, by the time you get through that energy, you'll be feeling better and able to move forward. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So yeah, this is Aries energy here. It represents confidence, being able to take on challenges. And then for you guys, Aries energy is your fourth house. And pretty much all throughout June, you're going to have Mars in there and also Jupiter. Now, Chiron will be there as well, but Chiron's been there for a long time. So yeah, a lot of energy moving into your fourth house. So that could be bringing this energy out of you as well. And interestingly enough, beneath that, we do see the Queen of Pentacles, which is actually the court card for Capricorn. So for some of you, this could even just be nudging you toward softening your energy a little bit too. Or like I said, if you're feeling very guarded and wounded, it's going to just be saying that you might need to come out of energy a little bit. But overall, like I said, it seems like this is fairly positive energy, with the exception of if you cut corners in some way. Like I said, if that's in your work life or in a relationship dynamic where you're not ready yet, but you end up self-sabotaging. So if you could try to avoid those things, you should be good to go. All right, moving on to your 4 agreements card. We have don't make assumptions, assume nothing. So let's see what it says. Okay, it says in any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. Interesting message there. Yeah, definitely not a time for assumptions at all, especially, like we said, with the Mercury retrograde energy. And that could be possibly what that Seven of Swords energy is pointing at, too, for some of you as well. So hopefully that resonated. And then next to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have a change in the wind. There's the artwork, and the number is 12. So let's see what this has to say. Okay, under essential meanings, it says a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. So yeah, the key words that stood out for me there was awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. So like I said, yeah, if you feel like you would be cutting corners in some ways in your work life or with a relationship, could just be saying the best bet would be to communicate whatever, let them know the situation, and they'd be willing to work with you on that. Okay, the Oracle's message says it's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. So yeah, pretty positive message there. And with those messages too, again, like I said, the way your dice were pointing prominently to that Scorpio eclipse, some of you might already feel that pretty much from the middle of May on. And then also there's going to be that full moon in your 12th house too. So would make sense if you're feeling those energies there, especially given that the card is also number 12 and that moon will be in your 12th house. So it could be parallels to that too. The relationship message says relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to truly be happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. To remove yourself from drama definitely again calls me back to that Seven of Swords energy. So yeah, like I said, if you could just tell you feel that energy coming up, or you might do something that might self-sabotage in some way, definitely try to avoid that. All right, and the prosperity message says, as you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All be well. Even better, actually. Trust. So yeah, again, pretty positive message there. And like I said, some of this, as I read through all these energies, it really feels like this could just be more of a residual effect from the retrograde energies that'll still be clearing out in June. And like we said, there would be that eclipse energy you guys would be feeling, and then also a full moon in your 12th. Whereas, like I said, it seems like as we move toward the end of June in Cancer season, looks like conditions could definitely improve for you guys. All right. So, lastly, we have a Mudra. This is your Mudra here. It's the Matsya Mudra. And the keyword for it is integration. All right. There's the info on it there. Under benefits, it says activates body self-healing potential, increases suppleness, improves concentration, generates feelings of devotion and compassion. So if that sounds like a mudra thing would be beneficial for you guys, look at the name in the description of the video. As always, we'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.